Hi everyone, it's you once again. Welcome back for the next movie review in Jean-Claude Van Damme direct-to-video war movies. And of course, now I'm gonna talk about Inferno, aka Desert Heat. Came out in 1999, directed by John G. Avildsen and written by I think was Tom O'Rourke. I think it was him or a Tom O'Brien. I don't know because I don't have written on this title. This movie is also remake of this movie is also remake of Jojimbo. We already saw A Fistful of Dollars. We already saw The Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, which was a remake. You know, this guy, he was in Last Man Standing, a remake with I think was directed by Walter Hill, who directed The Last Man Standing. This movie has been directed by John G. Avildsen. And John G. Avildsen, he tried to remove his name because he did not like this film. The original title and the original cut of this movie was also Coyote Moon. But Van Damme did not like that cut, so he demanded to edit it to the film. So this was re-edited and it's been titled Inferno, or more aka Desert Heat. I think was Tom O'Brien or Tom O'Rourke. I don't remember his last name. One of those two is. Yeah, this movie also talks about a man getting revenge on a gang who robbed him, led him for dead, and they steal his bike and his gun, and he wants to get revenge, and he decides to pit two gangs on each other, just like was in Jojimbo or in that film A Fistful of Dollars, which I love. A Fistful of Dollars. Sunday I might gonna review those three films. But yeah, just the Inferno is actually a different movie. There's a title from Dungeon Dragon Wilson. I think there are a few times was called Inferno, but this is also the back. And I do have this film for Jean-Claude Van Damme collection. And I'll say this movie is a time waster and a strange JCVD flick. Yes, a strange JCVD flick. But I'll say I don't like and I don't hate the film. It's sometimes I like, sometimes I don't like this film. It's kind of in between. It's not one of my favorite Van Damme films, not one of his best films. But the movie also stars, besides Jean-Claude Van Damme, Pad Morita, Danny Trejo, Gabrielle Fitzpatrick, Larry Drake, Vincent Scavelli, Jamie Presley. I think it's also Bill Irwin. I think it's Bill Irwin. Bill Irwin was also in Seinfeld, so Bill Irwin's this movie. Jamie Presley's in this movie also. Gabrielle Fitzpatrick. But I'll say, watching this movie again, I'll still say I really like the film. The music scores by Bill Conti. And yes, John G. Allison didn't like it. I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I don't remember the rival gang's last name. I tried to find it on Wikipedia, on IMDb. It's not written anywhere, so I don't remember their last name. I forgot. I did not wrote it down this movie, but only know that the first gang is called Hogan. The second one I really don't know. But they're actually a biker gang. And the movie talks about this guy Eddie Lomax, played by Van Damme. He goes with a motorcycle in the desert, and he has a hallucination. I guess it looks like a hallucination by Johnny Sixto, his best friend from army, his army buddy, Danny Trejo from Machete Kills, and from Con Air is a good guy in this movie, which I liked it. He's an Indian. And when Eddie gets attacked by three brothers, the Hogans, one of them is also Jonathan Avildsen, the son of Jonathan Avildsen. He's I forgot the guy's name. The son, one of them is also the son. But yeah. Um, Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, one of them their name is Jonathan. Directed by John G. Avildsen. Someone who directed Rocky and the Karate Kid. I forgot to mention the director John G. Avildsen from the Karate Kid and Rocky. And one of those three brothers is also Jonathan, the son of John G. Avildsen. He was in the Karate Kid Part 3. He was Snake in that movie. Anyway, those three brothers attack Eddie, and they wounded him and left him for dead. And one of the brothers supposed to kill him, but he doesn't. They steal his bike and his gun. But Johnny Six Toes finds Eddie in the desert, and he drags him, and Eddie is drunk and he's tired of life, and he wants to die because in the army he saw many of the deaths, and he's been haunted by visions of the man that he killed. And Johnny goes back, nurse him to healed, and now in a forgotten California town, Eddie Lomax, when he's get back, he decides to settle the score because they went and they robbed him by let him for dead. They steal his bike and his gun. So he goes in the old forgotten California town, and he goes to this ammo store, and they're like two guys. And when Damme, uses his martial arts, and the other guy, grabs the gun and shoots and accidentally hits his body. But when Damme grabs a knife and throws the guy in the chest and kills both of them, then he says that old guy Bill Irwin plays Eli, I think was Eli Hamilton. He goes and says the old grandpa. He saves him. Rest in peace, Bill Irwin. He was in Seinfeld in 2 episodes. The old man, and I think was in Pilot. He was also in Pilot, which really rest in peace. He plays Eli Hamilton, and he tells where he can find the Hogans, and Eddie Lomax goes to the diner, which he wants to taste the pie of Rhonda Reynolds, played by Gabriella Fitzpatrick, and she falls right in love with Eddie Lomax. Eddie now takes in the motel, the bungalow, goes to the motel, and he goes and drives to this next town bar, and he grabs a gun and shoots 3 bad guys. He goes and shoots 3 bad guys, and he saves 2 girls, and he says that the Hogans are actually his new boss. That they hired him to be a gunslinger for them, and when the rival. When the rival leader of the gangs, finds out, he gets pissed and wants to kill on Hogan, because the Hogans, they actually the Hogans, they break the peace, and now he wants to. The Hogans break the peace, they break the peace, and now he wants to. Pit, both gangs in each other, and when the gunslinger, when the biker gangs finds out, they attack the Hogans, because the Hogans are actually smuggling drugs, But when the Hogans, they attack him, it becomes a war. But Lomax, he vows revenge, and he uses a gun and makes a few explosions. There's like this lady with the snakes, this religious lady with the snakes, this old lady. And also Lomax, when he saves those girls, the girl shows up in the motel, and we see Van Damme in a boots naked, and we see a sex scene. Another girl shows up, and Van Damme fucks both of them, or when the old nice man, Pat Morita, who plays Jubel Early, he helps to get rid of the two bodies, and I bet he gets a lot of pussy, and but when then, he meets this old lady, he takes the blanket, puts around her, which shows that he's a nice man, and he also tells to this guy, that he puts those two girls to the next bus on the Cleveland, which I like that. And and of course, when there is a war, Van Damme goes on revenge with his bike, kills the bad guys, but Johnny takes the fall, he gets killed. And and when Rhonda finds out that, Rhonda decides to help Eddie. She decides to help Eddie, and she falls in love with Eddie. And Eddie goes back to the bungalow, puts with Rhonda's help, he puts the booby trap with grenades. And when that guy, I think was the other guy, Vern, or I think was Vern, calls him, calls both the gangs. They showed up and they destroy. They go and they destroy. They actually go and they destroy the both house. They actually go and destroy the motel room, and when they go there, there's nothing but a shotgun. A shotgun and they didn't see a booby trap, and when they try to get angry, they fight for the gun. There's an explosion, and all of them gets blown to pieces. And Van Damme, Van Damme goes and still kills bad guys. One of the bad guys gets stabbed, and Van Damme kills the bad guys. He also kills that guy, the actor Sealer, who was in Prison Break season 1, 2. He played Haywire, he gets, and Van Damme shoots him, but lets Jonathan Iverson live, because he's a good guy. He saved his life, so he let him live, and and on the end, Van Damme fights the gang leader. I think it was Jesse, fights the gang leader, and Van Damme uses his flying spin kicks, and he kicks the bad guy, but doesn't shoot him, and it shows the Uzi. But when he tries to kill Eddie, Rhonda turns around, and I think the three guys shoot the guy Jesse. They shoot him, and of course Van Damme, then Van Damme and Rhonda are driving, and those three guys are still talking to each other, and turns out that the local people are talking about UFO when those people are actually disappear, and of course Jubel throws them throws the body away, with a plastic, throws them away, which is kind of weird for this movie. But I like this film. I like this film. It's not one of the best Van Damme films. It's not, I think it's an okay time waster, mediocre time waster, cheesy time waster. Let's just call it more cheesy time waster. And of course a strange Van Damme flick, because on Wikipedia writing that he was hallucinating Johnny Six Toes, but I'm kind of confused with that. We see in the open scene Van Damme with the bike, with the motorcycle bike talking, and we see Danny Trejo, but suddenly he disappears. So it's kind of weird. Was he a ghost, or was he more hallucinating? And by the finale, when the gang, they killed Johnny Six Toes, but we still see him driving a bike, and now Rhonda and Eddie sees him, and Rhonda says, I see him too. So what, was he a ghost or something? This movie really has a plot holes, This movie really has a plot holes, But yeah, it's a remake of Jojimbo. Never saw Jojimbo, but I did saw A Fistful of Dollars, and I have to review those films. I saw the other film. What's called The Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, who this guy, but I have not seen this movie for a while. Last Man Standing. I think I didn't see in 5 years that film. But yeah, but Inferno, okay, Desert Heat was okay. Bill Conti did a music score. I didn't hate this film. I thought it was an okay film. Um, it was only 1 hour 34 minutes. From this is actually the wrong title. It's actually 1 hour 34 minutes long. I think the 1 hour and 85 minutes. I think it's cut. But yeah, but Pat Morita is in this movie. Jamie Presley, who accused Steven Seagal sexually harassing her. I think that it was the actress who went and accused Seagal sexually harassing her. So I think it's that the actress. She's in this movie. Danny Trejo is this movie. Larry Drake is also in this movie. He was in Darkman. He was in Darkman 1 and 2. Vincent Scavelli, who was also in the Tomorrow Never Dies. He was that bad guy that Bond grabs his gun and shoots him right here. So it was him. Produced by Evan Collard and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and of course directed by John G. Avildsen, who directed the Karate Kid and Rocky. Inferno, that's Desert Heat. I would say it's a time waster. But there's still a few gunfight scenes, like when Dan grabs his Colt and he jumps, and shoots 3 bad guys. Shoots the three bad guys, the rival gang of the Hogans. He shoots 3 of them. I like those 2 girls, those 2 blonde chicks. I like that. Van Damme saves them. I like that Van Damme grabs the rope, not the rope, the blanket and puts around that old lady. The leader of the mysterious biker gangs. He goes in that house of that the religious old lady. And the old lady throws her snake on the guy, and the snake eats and kills the gang leaders of the bike. The bikers, so that was another good scene. But I forgot to say there was another movie that was actually called The Stranger with Kathy Long. I think it was released in 1994. I think it's a good movie. I really like that film with Kathy Long. And Andrew Divoff was also in the film, who also played another biker in another 48 Hours. Have not seen that movie. But I kind of think that movie, The Stranger, is kind of better than this film. But Van Damme still did good job. I think it's still a solid job, but it's just more a strange time waster Van Damme flick, in my opinion. But I liked it. I have a full collection because I'm a huge Van Damme fan, So yeah, so that's my movie review on Inferno, aka Desert Heat. I hope you enjoyed the film, and I'll see you in the next movie review, which I'm gonna review the next film soon. I'm out. Peace.